retract now as it extends.
Okay, that worked. Can you put it back in?
Yeah, sure. And the other way around as it extends further.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Oh, okay. He like plucks the cable. You hear just as he plucks the cable out, and it's just like, yeah, let's see about that. You hear some footsteps within the machine.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
he's
will
trying to
wait.
fix the cable issue now.
I'm just glad that we checked this before it might get serious somewhere else.
Arcane geometry, I hate it. And he like gets out a piece of paper and he does some basically like arcane math because like wiring is arcane geometry.
Right, I see. This is gonna
Um,
get well complicated.
yeah, that's like the hardest part. That's the part where his father was good at because
Right, that's fair.
no,
I
no, I'm
actually,
not gonna tell you. No, not yet.
I would actually watch. I would then like climb through the window in
Yeah,
and actually watch and see how he does it to get a bit of a
yeah.
better understanding.
Okay, he has a book like that. Like you look over to the book and it's just like oh like don't no clue, right?
Yeah.
The guy is like half proficient, so it's a plus one and intelligence.
Can I try to figure it out as well while watching him, like rather than like just see and copy what
The
he
problem
does?
is it's like advanced already, right?
Oh right,
Because
okay,
it's like already further down into the ship. You would probably have to try with like a model object,
okay, fair enough. Well, in this
something you
case, I
can
would
look out
just
to, you know,
that's fine.
something to train with.
Then yeah, then what I will do is I will probably just try to follow what kind of calculations he makes
Mhm.
rather than to try to get there before him. Yeah.
Yeah. You take a look, and he's just like, yeah. He mumbled some things here and there, and it's just basically things like magical flow rate, and basically it's like it feels a little bit like pipes,
Right.
less than cables. Um, Almost like fluent calculation, but like it's like sporadic as well because magic is usually pretty sporadic. So yeah, you basically have to calculate for that. And that is the problem that sucks super ass unless you have something that like foresight, right? Where you can foresee how magic will flow through it because it takes in calculation if a line is bent or straight. It's completely different.
Do you what? This is you're basically describing electricity besides that it might sometimes just go on and off.
Correct. Yeah, basically. It's
And
variant
resistance in the
electricity.
cables.
Yeah, basically, right?
Yeah.
So it takes in calculations all of those, and it's like as it is like magic, it's also pretty fucking difficult, like language wise,
Yeah.
right? And it's longer than normal math.
Fair enough.
So yeah, he does it pretty well. It's just like, well, some things don't make sense, so that should be straight, and that should be curved. Uh, and that's the wrong cable. Oh, sorry, uh, standard cables. He
Okay.
plucks out like the one of the linkage cables, right? And
Mm.
he plucks one out of a drawer. And it's just like, yeah, I forgot about that. I can't use the default cables because modifications. Click as it clicks in, and it's just like, yeah, that should work now.
He just sees me standing there with wide eyes, going like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, no, because it's not like a basic normal core, right?
Right.
So his father made it, and his grandfather made the research, and he's using it.
So I assume there are certain
Things
power
that would
flux.
work differently. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why it's like you've heard of it, and you're like, yeah, yeah, just plug in the cables here, and done, right? But
Okay.
yeah, it's a little more complicated when it's custom.
Okay.
So yeah,
Oh my God! I can't even follow what you did. How how did you train for this?
uh, I like he points when he was like smaller than you, basically, right? And it's just like, yeah, I've seen it a lot of times, and like he's been like building it, but never finished it. So I kind of had to like look and learn to make it happen. So
Oh wow.
At least he left me books. As he
I'm
like
impressed.
stows the book away, almost like in a protective like metal covering, and back into the cupboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he puts it away, and he like tries it again, just like, okay, go outside, take a look, if it works now.
Yes, right away. And I will climb outside.
Okay, yeah, you see him basically retract the wings like the other two. You see one of them is a little bit stuck. It's the one that you've like welded, but it should fit into the limitations. Else, you can fly with 3 wings. Technically, he probably could.
Okay. Well, looks alright so far. Let's see if you can
Uh,
retract it now.
and retraction, and it slowly folds in on itself, slowly but surely, almost like a
Okay.
caterpillar just squeezing itself together.
Yay! Yay! That looks good. I think we're good.
He holds out a thumb out of the side window and kind of closes the hatch as the kind of engine sparks up in like a not like a flame, but more like electricity almost.
I will try to find somewhere. I'm probably kind of still connected with the rope up there, but I will try to find a place where I'm not gonna get thrown off once he starts the engine and starts to go down the street.
Yeah, there's basically a little ladder, right?
All right.
That you go to
Okay.
the hatch. You could probably hold on to that.
Perfect. I'll use that. And I still got the rope as well in the worst case.
Yeah, it's connected to the wing that you like welded, right?
Yeah,
To keep your
I know.
balance. You could probably just knot it to the ladder.
I'm not sure if he gives me enough time for that.
Well, it's not starting right away, and the engine startup takes a few solid seconds.
All right, fair enough. So in this case, yeah, I will bind myself to
Yeah, roll me
yeah.
a sleight of hand.
That should be reasonable within my capabilities.
Nice.
Yeah.
You knot yourself pretty tight. You basically make yourself a little like harness like around your chest. With like over your shoulders and to the sides, and then a centric rope to the ladder. And you bind it to like up the top and down the bottom and in the center, and it's like pretty tight.
Ain't shit gonna get me out of there unless I want it.
Yeah. Yeah. You also have like a rope to the side where you could probably like pull on it and it would just unfurl.
Perfect. Okay. In this case,
Yeah.
all right. I knock like against the wall and say like, all right, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, you hear like a click like of like almost like a dial with like different like um yeah, probably settings, something like that. You've never flown before, so you don't know what happens in that cockpit, but yeah, you hear the kind of zzz, happening from within. And yeah, you basically see the lightning kind of connect a little bit to the street, as this is like casual. It doesn't produce an electric flame like the engines
Mm,
should. You know that. It basically uses arc lightning to produce a flame or like a plasma of sorts to produce the thrust.
okay.
In combination with like there's a thing in the engine somewhere called it's basically a converter, right? It converts part of the electricity, keeps it as plasma to keep it hot, right? And the other part is converted into arcane force.
You're basically talking about a nuclear fusion reactor.
Basically. This is why you don't drop the fucking core.
I love how you're like, oh yeah, this is what its magic is. And I'm like, yeah, this is what in reality
Yeah, but
is.
yeah. It's taken from real world ish examples,
Yeah.
but with magic. So yeah. But yeah, it drives off. It's fairly slow for the first like few seconds, and you basically like you see like streets, you see odd vehicles flying and like hovering around, and you see it drives like a bike basically, like like a motorcycle. It kind of
Fair enough.
leans when you, yeah, and stuff like that. Roll me in athletics with advantage. You're held by the rope, but just in case, because he will pull up the speed a little.
Mm,
That's fine.
okay.
You can't really like as it, like on the lower setting you're holding on pretty well as it's only 120 feet.
Okay.
It's fast for you, like, but you
I'm
can
glad
hold
I,
on. It's like a roller coaster.
I'm glad I rolled the fucking net 20 or I would be screwed now.
Oh yeah. Driving on the outside is crazy scary. Unless it on space it works different in space, just so you're aware, because there are outside
Yeah,
decks in space.
yeah, because
Um,
there's no resistance.
Correct. And there's also like a bubble kind of around it, like a fake atmosphere.
Right. I go
But
like yeehaw.
yeah, basically, you're like your cheeks like kind of float everywhere. As you take some sharp turns, you basically get pushed with your chest into the ladder and pulled away, and the rope pulls, and you're like,
This could have been my death.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Um, I would have killed your character, even for
Yeah,
this.
I
Yeah.
know, I know.
But
That's why
yeah,
I said
you
I'm
you
really
see
glad
you
for the
see
net
him kind
20.
of kind of the streets open up as he like kind of like you know the meeting place, right? And that's the
Mhm.
problem, probably the place where he's heading to with the
Right.
thing. So he gives you a free ride.
And I'm there even before I need to be there. Perfect.
Yeah. And yeah, he drives off, and you see the streets and the kind of pipes, and you see like a glassed pipe, and you see your quartermaster kind of fleur through it.
All right.
Yeah, vacuum tubes.
That would have been the other option how to get there.
Yeah, but those are they hurt. Like the
Fair.
sharp corners. People are picking the kind of when you have a pipe, you basically have an input, right, from where to where you're gonna go, and there's a common knowledge about like from where to where you never put into it because there's only sharp turns, right? So there's like a list of like things how to get from A to B comfortably. Like they're dedicated people that get paid by the common people, like dealer on the streets, to pick out the comfortable routes.
Makes
I'm not
sense.
shitting you. Like it's like as valuable as information about nobles around. To have
Yeah, no,
like
I
good
get it.
vacuum lines. It's cool. It's like a bus driver. Like, hey, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Jack. I'm your best driver. Here, you have my list. It's only 50.
Well, I
And then
guess
you
I
have
just
an
saved
easy way to
myself a
get
lot of
around.
money.
It's yeah, and 50 credits not an awful low amount of money. Yeah,
Well, yeah, that's the thing. First of all, I got 60 credits now. I only had five. And second, I saved myself the
yeah,
ride. So far, this is going very well.
yeah, yeah. You see the streets kind of clear up as you get a little bit outside of town because it's
Mm,
an external research project. It's not going to be in the center of the town, of course not.
makes
And
sense.
they're going to be transit ships that are the size of like mansions or like smaller towns, right?
Okay.
Like horizontally. Vertically, there's pretty large as well. And yeah, you get out of the kind of no flying like centric district, and he basically extends like the upper wings and pulls a little bit upwards as he gets like the third or fourth floor of a building high.
Mm,
As he like as they like yeah, like floating.
okay. I'm like, well, I guess we're taking the shortcut.
Yeah, and you basically hear like resonating like through pipes within because there's the cockpit in front and then basically the back place, right?
Mm,
And you basically hear resonating through the pipes, right? Basically like a cockpit and some speech to have communication within the ship.
yeah.
You hear some resonating voice, and you just want to hear the words something and inside. Like you assume you want to get inside before you press the pedal down.
Okay. Um, do I feel like I can untie myself and get
Yes,
inside?
you could.
Okay, cool.
You could get
Cool. In this
inside and then
case,
untie yourself because you have the line that you can
I
just
will. I
open.
think. Yeah. I think I will get inside first before I untie myself. I'm feeling somewhat concerned about my
Yeah,
personal health.
yeah. You shove open the latch and pull the string and get inside. Yeah, it's not windy. It's so silent in there.
Like,
You hear the humming and the kind of
he sees me like shaking with my body, like
it's
trying to
cold.
relax on
You're
the floor,
cold
and
like as fuck.
yeah, and I'm like, well, that was not entirely pleasant.
Oh well, it's fun. The first thing I rode was a bike. Like think about like a smaller engine version of this. This is like a bus basically of size, right?
Fair enough.
So yeah, it's like a bike and then a motorcycle and then basically also a small car, like all
Mm.
engined. So yeah, he's experienced with driving things at least. He's both
Well,
proficient with air and land vehicles. So
well, I
yeah,
guess we will be one of the first then if we continue like this.
yeah, he does like a peace symbol. Sit yourself at least on the floor.
Sure.
He
And
he.
I will sit down on the floor and tie myself to something.
Yeah, you basically like behind the cockpit. There's like two stairs and kind of a like a hand like piece where you can hold yourself and you tie yourself to it
Perfect.
a little bit. And
Yeah.
yeah, you look through the glass as you see him like almost lying on like cushions, right? And you
Mm.
have like illusory like dials, metallic pieces, handles, and things like that. You see his left hand is controlling like pitch and roll, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
right hand is controlling thrust and things like that, right? So
Yep.
the wings.
So one is the right hand is speed, the left hand is manipulation. Yep.
Correct. And then he has basically all the other settings. He basically has to get off the gas, right? It's basically a static, right? When you leave
Mm-hmm.
your hand off it, it's not going to return to zero. It's going to stay on that. So
Right,
it's
makes sense.
dangerous to not keep track of it.
Yeah.
Right? To do anything else. So he kind of puts up the speed, and your speed goes from from like 120 to like 560 in like 3 seconds.
I would be fucking dead if I was to be outside.
Oh yeah, yeah. He told you better get inside.
Fuck my life.
Yeah, those are fucking fast.
I'm
Um,
getting killed by kindness.
that's like 80. That's like 80% what it can do probably.
Alright. Okay.
Yeah, you hear like the shattering of like the you hear like the crystalline buildup of the wings because when you retract it, the crystals basically like they don't shatter away, but they basically dissolve, right? It's a liquid,
Mm.
so it dissolves and goes in the lines back into the ship in a tank. And when he extended the wings, it extended it, and yeah, you hear the crystalline reform a little bit as the wings extend fully, and yeah, you hear the kind of sonic boom as you go off, and you hear out of the cockpit, you hear it out of the muffled cockpit, like not set in your direction. It's like, woo, that's what I'm living for, as he like rolls, pitches, and dives.
You just hear me from the background, you fucking maniac!
Hear him chuckle. Yeah, but you take like a solid half an hour to the Edge District where you would be taken in.
Jesus Christ, what did you expect me to do the whole time if I wouldn't have been able to go with him?
Riding painful tubes.
Okay. I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, there's some other ways. You could have gone with the quartermaster. He takes some part tubes and some part of other transportation. You've seen it in the
Right.
tubes, not in the other part. And also there's some other ways still.
Fair enough. But
Yeah,
hey,
but you would make
I,
your way there. He would, you know, land. He would
mm,
slow down before, of course. You basically see him. You see him like roll, pitch, dive. You experience free fall for the first time, like really, for a longer time than falling off something.
well, considering I never flew anything, it would be
Mhm.
quite an interesting
Oh
observation for
yeah,
me.
roll me a Constitution settings real quick.
Yeah, I fucking knew it. Literally, as soon as you said it's
Oh
gonna be
yeah.
fucking rolls and free rolls, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna
No,
fucking roll.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah, that's a 5.
oh yeah, yeah.
Ah, wait, no, 7. No, it's a 7. I have +1.
Okay, yeah, you're not vomiting all over the place, but you're gonna feel sick for the rest of the day. You need to get used to it, and he
Yay.
took you pretty rough in.
Great. Yay. Fuck you.
Yeah, but you
So,
land and you're gonna be tipsy for an hour.
okay. So you will literally see me slender from like right to left. Be
Yeah,
like,
you sways. Oh
yep.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. As he hears that, he's gonna slow down a little bit, as it goes
Like
a little bit on your legs.
this,
Roll me a deck save because the
this,
stairs are right there.
this is more than I expected. 15.
Oh yeah, you basically like you
Oh
you
wait, no,
see.
no, no, no. Sorry, I checked the wrong one. I was int. 12.
Oh
I mean,
god.
still decent, but
Okay, yeah, you basically like you flurl in the rope and then he slows down and you basically like brace yourself as you like impact the sides of the stairs. Like as
mm,
you're on the lower side looking up on him, like from the below. As you kind of impacted like 2 or 3 stairs that are there. 1d4. One
okay,
bludgeoning. You hit your hand pretty hard. That's about it.
okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but you brace yourself pretty well as he lands, and everything kind of yeah slows down, and everything gonna feel
No,
very slow for the next like few hours wherever you
don't
walk.
ever do this again.
He chuckles like, oh yeah, yeah, the first times, yeah, I should make a sign to first time drivers sit and bolt down or something.
You can be glad I've been through over everywhere.
Hmm. Lucky me, as he like grabs like a bag, like a backpack off the side. It was like bolted in a case, basically. Basically, everything has to be like within
Yeah,
something,
fixated.
else it flirls all over. And when that shit goes into the
Yeah.
engine, you have a problem. So no loose objects. Um, but yeah, he gets off and yeah,
So like,
helps you untie a little bit.
help me. I can't walk,
That's
please.
that's fine. Uh, he's gonna grab you. Let's see.
Really, you gonna make a roll for that?
Yeah, he is, a smaller creature still, but he can't grapple you for free and put you on his back.
Fair enough.
Basically, sit on his
Uh,
backpack.
yeah, perfect. I'll take the ride and I take in the sight.
Okay, yeah. You see a metallic kind of platform with a big ship on it. Let me fetch that for you real quick.
While you do that, I'll turn and was like, we
Oh, it's the ship on the
probably.
last picture, the
Oh,
kind of
okay.
vertical one. Yeah.
I was like, we should probably try to acquire our quarters as soon as possible while the good ones are still available.
Hmm. That's the plan. That's why I'm early.
Very good, I say. Like, still kind of like on the
You
inside.
you will get used to it. He retracted like the wings as he like sets you on top of the kind of latch, right?
Uh,
And yeah, he retracts the wings and just like he gets out. He's a little bit higher level than you, so he's experienced. He gets out a
yeah.
bag of holding,
Nice.
but yeah, it's his father's. It's basically
Yeah.
it can't store any objects. It can only store vehicles. One
Lol.
one vehicle of a certain size at least.
I say that's very handy.
Yeah, not my creation. Let's say my grandfather is a wizard.
Well, I certainly hope to follow in those footsteps.
Yeah, you see a symbol, and it's basically a wrench and a gear, right? And
Mm,
the wrench has kind of the geared tooth all around. It's on the bag.
yep.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
So yeah, he kind of gets it out and puts the speeder in.
Well, do you know the way?
Yeah, I do. Like you see a few people are there, like 5 or 10, not too many,
Somehow I feel
and
like he's at the moment the main character. I'm just like the sidekick.
well, I built a good NPC. I'm sorry.
No, no, I don't. I don't have a problem with it. I just find it interesting.
Okay. Yeah, he brings you from A to B a little bit throughout the complex, and basically it's just like yeah, registration papers,
Yep.
Roll me a D100 real quick.
Okay. I hate it when you do that without an explanation. Like, is that good or bad? Either this is gonna be really good or really bad.
That's bad. It's bad.
Oh,
As you
fuck off.
look around, you see the paper probably flew out when he flew 120 out of your backpack.
No, wait. I fixed it on the inside of the backpack. That's why I did the whole clap on it as well to make sure, because that would be inside.
Look
I
into your
even said
backpack.
that.
Look into your backpack.
I look into my backpack.
You see approximately half your equipment missing.
I'll turn over to him like,
Hmm?
that's
Is
what I
something?
get for it. Yes, the flight took half of my stuff.
Damn. Okay. I'm sorry about that. Okay. No more riding outside. That is for sure.
Why was I outside in the first place?
I can tell, but yeah. Let's. What are you missing?
The letter.
Goddamn. Okay. I know there's a way to get it back, but that sucks. We need to get to the ministry.
Wait,
Back into town.
don't the bots know where it
Where
should
it's supposed to
belong?
be, yeah, to you at home. They return it up to 24 hours. And it's probably a little late. We have two choices. We go to your where. Sorry, I don't know where you live. Uh, Either we fly to your place and hope that the Modrons return it fast enough, or to the ministry and get yourself a paid one, a copy. That should also work.
Well, I mean, maybe on the way back we might even find it on the floor. I mean, it is patent towards my name, so it's not like anyone else can use it.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Let's take a look at the trip back. We need it.
Fine. Damn it. And yeah,
He rushes like outside again. It's just like, oh, let's go. No
yeah,
wasting time.
I'm getting caught up in the anxiety of maybe not finding my paper. So I'm like,
Oh
okay,
yeah.
ignore being sick. Let's fucking go.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I can't do that. Never mind. Okay, yeah. When we rush outside,
Okay.
I would say backtrack, and considering I'm missing other stuff, I'm probably maybe see things lying around. Would be a good indication where my shit is.
Yeah. Roll me perception check.
And I have a shit perception. Come on, man.
It's
You
also gonna
made.
look out from the cockpit.
Uh,
Oh god.
yeah, I did an 8 and he did an 8, so we're both shit.
Okay. Yeah, you put yourself back into the kind of lookout
Wait,
to
I'm
the side.
confused.
Huh?
If I tied myself to the machine, right? Like
Yes.
really tight, and this is my backpack.
Yeah. It
How
catches
can?
drag. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, you have like a backpack and it has like a latch, but just because it has a latch doesn't mean that things can't pass by it with enough force. 120 feet, and then you know, open drag wind. Sadly, that's why I said roll
Okay.
me that D100.
Okay. Anyway, so apparently we don't, I assume, see my stuff.
No, on the way back, sadly you don't. He flies pretty low, usually a
Okay.
little too low. Not like to guidelines or like law or anything or rules, but like to like
Common
safe
sense.
to like common sense and reason.
Yeah.
Like you see like signs passing by the wings of like like
Uh,
a foot or two.
I said, like, look, I don't think we're gonna find it. Let's just go to the ministry and get it done. I don't have much of a choice.
Hmm. Fine. Yeah. You also gain some very minor insights on how to drive, fly. wouldn't
Wouldn't
start
recommend it.
start with a land vehicle.
Fair enough.
Because crashing at 120 feet is instant death.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you have a better ride than before. You're more used to it a little bit. So
Okay.
you know, still will have your
Um.
role, but please. So but yeah, you will get to the ministry sliding on the ski.
Oh God. 5.
Yeah, you see the ministry and you get this moment of relief, and that's when when it hits you like in the stomach like a fucking hammer, and you basically you think about like, where do I vomit?
I got these like
Out the hatch. Like you're just sliding on the street at like 60 feet. Just like open the hatch and vomit outside, please.
I do my best. Uh, I mean, he's
Okay,
forcing me to this. He's
you
driving like the insane maniac.
okay,
Hmm.
yeah, you get outside the hatch and you vomit outside, you uncontrollably, and you see this guy on like an arcane bike. Like it's a guy of like maybe his 20s something, right? And he gets it
Yeah.
all over him. Whee! Already
Sorry.
gone. He basically sees like 60 feet, like he's driving at like what, like 10. See this
It's a
pass
car
by and
wash.
yeah,
It's a car wash.
basically right. Yeah. It's basically like a car driving through like a pond to the side of him, like a little rain puddle, and he just gets like water all over himself. Basically that, right? Yeah, you get to the ministry.
Oh, poor man. Yes. Hmm.
Well, I think you should just get inside, and we have a few hours still, but you know, I got a blast.
Yeah, I will hurry up. Don't worry. And I will waddle inside
Okay,
as fast as I can.
it's like a post office, long lines.
Um, is it one large line for everything, or is
No,
it
it's separated.
okay? In this case, I would inform myself which line is the one I actually have to go into.
Okay, you never been to the ministry?
Do I see stand for information or someone who's like an
Yes.
officer?
Yeah, there's a Mordrone. They also answer certain questions to a degree. It's like a like Wikipedia.
Okay. In this case, I will go to a mod for the drones
Hmm.
and uh, request for new papers.
You see basically like the Mordrone like kind of like a clock on its face, right? And it faces you and points at you and points at its own face as you see the face kind of fade away a little bit. And you see like a almost like a illusory, not like touch screen, but like imagery. And you see like letters and papers flow by one. And you see like in like cursed, like a little bit of like very punched in basic letters, what kind.
Um, how would I actually? Um, pass for the arc.
He brings up like a article about the arc, and you see the name. It's a letter of invitation.
Yes.
Yeah, he flicks through. That you basically see like an image of the arc, and you basically see like a cursor. It's almost like an automated program searching through things until you reach the right place. Right? It's basically a little bit trial and error, so it takes a minute.
Fair enough.
And it gets to the right letter as you see it. Are you pointing it out or not?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. What do you say?
Um, where can I request for resubmission of invitation letter for ARC?
The Mordron displays a symbol. That symbol is found on line 3.
Perfect. Thank you, I'll say.
Yeah,
And
it's
I go
official
to line.
papers. Usually it's not usually that busy. Lucky you. It's only 4 people. And you
Good that I
only
asked.
wait for like 25 minutes. The other lines
Okay.
are like a little longer, but you can get it anywhere technically on all of the places. But there's like a common line where just everybody like kind of puts themselves
Yeah.
into if they don't know, right? That's the longest one. That's where you would have to go
Well,
else.
I'm glad it only took me 20 then.
Yeah, that would it'll take you
um,
like an hour or so. That would suck. So yeah, you wait your little time and well somebody's bored probably. But
mm,
that is fine. You get to this like kind of um let me fetch that prisoner.
I'm glad I asked because that means we can still make it in time before the arc is opening. So,
Yep.
so we're not well. Yeah. So,
Not before it's opening, but like right when it does, probably.
okay, fair enough.
Depends on
But
his
still,
speed and what
that's
you're
still
willing to go.
well. That would depend on him, not on me.
I mean, if you say don't go so fast, he's not going to.
I trust his capabilities. Worst case, I die an early death, and it will be funny.
Impacts the windshield, instantly dies.
Yeah, basically. You know the wrench I had with me that I threatened the goblin with?
Yes.
That's what impaled me inside the craft.
It comes loose from your back, bounces off, and neck breaks you.
I was thinking of something else, but sure, let's go with that. Anyway, let's. Yes, the dear counter administrator.
Let me see.
Ah, this is so annoying. I was really thinking like, oh yeah, this is going so well. Where are your papers? Fuck.
Nothing goes right from the first time. That's how it is. Yeah, you
Well,
basically
I would.
basically
Yeah.
see a gnomish girl sitting in the back, and she's like reading through scrolls and then books, and that's not probably not the
Okay.
most exciting thing in the universe, but you know, she looks at you and says, "What kind? What kind?"
New request for invitation papers for the Ark.
Hmm. Yeah, we have copies of everything. Name?
Garadon Runemaker.
Rune Maker, Rune. She goes through like a drawer, and it's just the name Rune Maker, and she draws it out, and it goes up to the desk.
Okay.
Like it's all the last names with Rune Maker in
Jesus Christ.
folders, and it's sorted by forename
First
and
name.
middle name. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, she kind of opens it up, and what was the first name? Something with a G?
Garadone.
Gar
Geradone.
Garadone. Okay, that's fine. She flicks through it and she's like Garadone. There we have yours, and she pulls out like all the papers, and it contains everything about you.
Dear Lord. Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Hmm, there you go. Um, yeah, she basically puts it on like a stone slab, and it makes a copy.
Mm.
That would be you can roll me an Arcana check.
My rolls are not going very well today, and it continues to go that way.
You only
10.
know the name. You don't know how it works in the slightest. It's a minor duplicator. It duplicates
Alright.
any item once per X amount of time per day, right?
Mm.
Up to a certain gold amount. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
probably like 1 gold or not even, right?
Yeah, but if the papers are like
Yeah.
shit worth anyway,
Yeah,
then.
correct. Right? So it's basically just for convenience.
Right.
It's a lot of arcane material for convenience, but we'll make do. If you have the you need the administrative capacity, then it's fine.
If
Anyway,
it works, it works.
yeah, she hands you it, puts the original back, and just here you go.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated from you, lovely lady.
Hmm. Bye.
Oh.
Next.
And I will excuse myself and run the fuck out to get to.
Flap, 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 flap on the metallic floor.
Basically.
Yeah. Yeah, you get back to the ship and you see him like sitting on top of it, kind of tapping his foot a bit, like whistling away.
Like, get the engine started. and get the fuck out of here.
As you in the distance, get the engine started. It's just like runs. Yeah, he hops inside and he does.
I don't know why, but I love being a gnome. It just
It's
makes
fun.
some things so much funnier.
Oh yeah, I love Tiny Folk. Tiny Folk are awesome. But yeah, you get inside and strap yourself in as
I
you
will
already
I will make
hear the
sure the
roaring.
bag is properly closed
Yeah.
and everything is fixated. Okay.
Investigation.
And uh,
Good enough.
okay, 19.
Yeah, should be good.
Okay.
It's you roped it down basically on the seat next to you.
All right. Okay. And yeah, I take myself a seat and I'm like, all right, if we want to be still some of the first ones there, we better fucking hurry up.
Hmm. Works with me. He does like a diving jump into the seat.
I take one of the gloves just in case I do have to hurl. I have something I can catch it with.
Okay, you get advantage on
Im,
sleight of hand to catch your own vomit.
improvised paper bag.
Yes.
Improvised weapon.
Basic. Oh, this could become a weapon. Yeah.
Uh,
It,
yeah, so yeah, he drives like 150. It's like 30 over, but not that the Mordrons can catch him
Good point. Until he crashes.
until he crashes, like last time. So I need to roll for it. He is pretty good.
I mean, he literally just did the road, so he should be somewhat familiar with it at least.
Oh yeah. Proficiency, expertise, he's trained, and his dex.
Oh,
He rolled tragic. He still succeeds. At least for the
fuck
speed,
my
the
life.
DC is not that high. It's just an 18. But yeah,
Okay.
still, like that is cutting the corners. He basically he's like a little bored, and he's giving it like a little, like he's overdoing just a little. As you basically see like a kind of like a one wheeled where the kind of apparatus is within the wheel, right? Driving at like 30, 60 somewhere feet, right? And he's blasting at
Mhm.
150. It's like like you basically see like the like kind of like eye window, like the round ones from ships, like on the other side of you, and you basically see like the welded piece, like it's just that slight inch longer than he's expecting it, right? As it's like it scratches it just a little bit. Just you don't see not sparks, but it like at least a little like scratch.
Yeah. Do you know what? I just
And,
realized since the net 20, I wrote nothing above the 10.
yeah, but
Fuck
yeah,
my
like
life.
the welding part, like yeah, like he like that inch that you like that's a little bit outwards. Yeah, he needed that right in that moment. But that's
Mhm.
fine. That's fine. He's like, oh yeah, shit, got a blast. And he goes off through the city when the top wings extend and he lifts upwards. And he like the moment he gets to the top lane with the other ships, he goes up to like 250, 280, and it goes to accelerate and accelerate and accelerate further and further. And I need your con save, please.
Yeah, and I will say, don't kill us, foe. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Roll me a sleight
Yeah.
of hand check with
Do you know what?
advantage.
I'm not even joking. I literally roll every time just a little bit lower than before. Like
Yeah.
all three comes in from 7 to 5 to 3. I perfectly reduced
that you're not
0.2
flying.
every time. Oh, thank God. Okay, 16.
Yeah.
No, 18.
Yeah, you catch it. You catch it into it. It's like disgusting as hell. It's not leaking through. It's your meat didn't have too much liquid, so it's fine. A little bit
Well,
dry food.
fair enough.
You're gonna space travel. You packed some like decent like you know uh you know good food for your stomach, not like for
Well,
your taste.
yeah, good. Gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Yeah.
But I guess we at least gonna maybe arrive before they actually open by
Yeah,
a bit.
you see him fly at 100%, and
Fuck.
you see he still has a button on the side of it. It's just like that's the modification he was talking about, right? As you go at 680 feet a turn.
Fuck. He wants to kill me with gravity.
Yeah, it goes only while the accelerating is happening. It goes onto your stomach. That's why it comes all out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
see like as you look at his seat a little bit, like as you're like scrolling a little bit like into your seat, like you get a moment, you see he's like strapped with like metallic leathered straps, like
Yeah, I
reinforced
get that.
straps. Yeah, for reasons. Yeah, he like pushes onto the button, and you see like there's a metal part on the kind of push, right, where it kind of retracts a little bit, like another like 50% open up, but he only goes like 10 as the craft accelerates to 800.
You are enjoying this way too much.
Oh yeah. He's going to pitch that roll.
Uh, okay, I swear to God, if after that you tell me that I'm gonna
He
get
like
seasick or anything similar about anything else,
as
I'll tell
there's
you to
open
fuck off.
skies, right? As there's open skies, while he pitches and rolls, he looks at you.
I swear to God, like if you later on tell me that I'm gonna get seasick or anything else in the fucking cart after this adventure, I'm gonna tell you to fuck off.
Nah, you're good. For things like that, you're fine. But yeah, yeah, he pitches and rolls a little bit. I don't know, makes a little joke out of it. You feel
Okay.
gravity again. It's just like and you have to like twist your hand around to catch the vomit as
I like,
gravity changes a little bit.
do you want this everywhere?
No,
Huh?
it's just like no left turn, left roll, and he like looks at you while he does a left roll as his hair changes a little bit, and yeah, you kind of get it on your under your hand a little bit
I,
around.
I can tell we're gonna be best buddies by the end of this shit.
Anyway, yeah, he lands the landing. I need a con save again because 800 to 120.
Oh, there you go. 18.
Yeah, you're empty. You gag once, but it's like it's just like air comes
Yeah,
out a little bit. Just like yeah, you're empty. You need to eat when you're on the ark.
fair enough.
But yeah, you land. He pockets the boat again, the ship,
All right. And
speeder.
now
You know now why he's
let's
calling it a speeder.
and now let's get our roofs. I'm just trying to drag my feet, going onwards, being like, uh.
You're gonna be fine. There's not much more worse. Flying speeds are out there. Unless I get myself on a better core.
Thank you.
He
Yes.
he thinks about it for a moment. I don't think there's an upper limit to speed. Acceleration,
Well,
yeah, but not speed.
once I know more about jewel crafting, maybe I can help out.
That would be awesome. As yeah, he pockets the ship, grabs his bag, and helps you a little bit out of the ship.
All right. All right, we're gonna go back to the admin and hand in
Yes.
the goddamn paper.
Yes.
And yeah, let's see if we are still there before our quartermaster.
Yeah, you see him basically. He stands in line, like two people in front of you.
All right, okay. Oh,
Um,
I'd
but yeah,
say we're probably still faster than the most common individuals then.
yes. You arrive and you basically put yourself in line, and then the gate opens, right? And people get
Oh,
let in
perfect.
one, group by one.
All
So
right.
yeah, you see
So,
this kind of lensed old gentleman with a long beard, almost like Gandalf level beard,
mm,
and very frizzy hair. They're green, and he looks like he has almost the same goggles as you, but you see them. They have like additional lenses on like all around his eyes. He basically looks like he has
right.
multiple eyes, right? And he switches through them, and he basically looks at all of the papers. He just click, 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 click. Fine, next. And then you come in line. It's just like name,
Gyrodon Runemaker.
fine,
Show
paper.
my documentation.
As he takes it, opens it up, and he just clicks through it. That's a copy, but it's fine.
Yeah, I lost the original.
Next.
Thanks. And I go in.
It's kind of like go. Like I have
Yeah.
thousands of you to go through now today.
All right.
Yeah. So
I go
yeah,
cover and then wait for Hester to follow up.
yeah, he's right behind you.
Okay. Well, Should we go into Discovery? No Discovery. First accommodation. First accommodation.
First accommodation. He points out like to the kind of next like kind of corridor like branch where the owl is kind of looking at a plan, like at a map almost a little bit. It's just like this part of the construct before even the ship.
Wow. Okay.
Because you're in the metallic base of it. You still need to
Yeah.
get into the ship. But that's a long way. So yeah, he walks up to him. Yeah, come, let's go.
Ooh, well, in this case, I'm gonna. Okay, this is technically speaking a spellcast, but fuck it, I love the other idea better.
That's fine.
To two retreat, and then basically chuck two of the rolls on each of our feet and go, let's go.
Yeah, you cast Expeditious Retreat on you too, and yeah, you slide across the like it's like almost like mirror like the floor.
Oh, perfect.
You still have your barf in your hand.
Well, I will see if I find a bin on the way.
You would.
Perfect. I will put it there, make sure I got all my things, and then continue on.
Okay. Yeah, you slide across the floor and you reach the kind of Kenku Okin kind of creature, and yeah, you basically see Hester basically just like put it in the brakes a little bit, and he like stumbles a little bit. Let's see.
And see, that's my ride.
Nah, he basically like almost like on a skateboard. He puts it like sideways a little bit, and then he basically leans against it a little bit.
All right.
And you don't see like a streak on the floor, but it squeals a little bit.
Right.
Cool. I'm not good with keeping vehicles for longer than expected, I guess. As the expedition retreat ends, as you reach the Oaken.
Oh, perfect. Okay, that's it for my spellcast.
That's fine. Yeah, he looks at a map and Esker basically like spins around him, almost uses him as a slowdown point as the rolls disappear, and he takes like a long step to slow it completely down. He says, "Well, if that isn't our little gem eye, something like that. Yeah. You have a map. Where did you get it from?" He smiles a little bit.
That was too fast, mate. I'm sorry.
No, he slides to the kind of quartermaster, and he says like something along the lines of like, "Hey, if that isn't Gemini or something, you have a map. Where did you get it from?" So he like smiles a little bit, trying to a little bit persuade him, telling him where he got the map from, or telling him where to go to.
Okay, I go to the channel like, Kodomatsu, greetings. Caradon, Rune Maker.
He repeats your voice. Greetings.
Would you be able to help us? We're looking for the accommodations. Do you know how to get there?
He says, accommodations. There. Get.
And I look on, I guess, either on the map or where he's
Yeah.
pointing.
He points at the map. You basically see the lower complex. There's like a canteen and basically some information rooms and like briefing rooms, basically, where you can get some information if you were to choose so. That would take us just some time. Maybe you're just in text would be fine because it's a lot of intel, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I can give you it if you were to, go to it, but you can only do like a few things because he also like points at a clock he has on his wrist, and he points three, like 3 fingers, so 3 hours. So you could either take a short rest, so you can do 3 things, right? One of which has to be getting to the ship, which takes an hour because it's a long elevator ride.
Well, do I see anything particularly interesting between here and the ship?
Well, apart from the creatures that are around, briefing rooms, cantina, a few places here and there. Some, take a look around.
Okay. I'll look at the Hester and be like, well, we got a bit of time. Shall we see what we can find? Maybe some souvenirs at the end? Maybe some food?
I was for some food. I didn't have breakfast. And I think you greeted your breakfast again and again.
Yeah. How about you? Gammy? Is Gammy your name?
He shakes his head. He says, accommodations, and then no, in a different voice that you heard today.
Okay.
Uh,
Will
he
you will
he
you
can't
go
really
to the?
cut his name together, so he
Do you want to
shrugs.
join us? Do you want to join us then?
He nods.
Oh, then let's all three of us go and get some food and see what else we can find.
Okay. You see Hester basically like you see the canteen. You see basically people of all kinds of races. Most of them are like halflings, gnomes, and goblins. But you also see some people with like almost like extra planar a little bit. Like you see a guy that has kind of a stone-ish skin. You see a guy that has like what appears to be like a neck tube, but filled with water, and he has weird teeth.
Mm,
And some skin in between his fingers. He's looking a little weird.
damn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's some
fishy.
people from all around.
We'll see.
See a
Okay.
human. That's the first time, apart from Hesker.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. No, I would say okay. Let's sit down over there, and while I guess there's a menu card or something.
No, you don't know. Roll me an investigation check.
Wow.
Nice. You kind of spot through the room a little bit how the food works around here. So you basically see like the walls, and they're like there's like blue input tablets there, and it's
Mm.
basically vending machines.
Oh, perfect. Well then, sir, let's see what we're gonna have.
Have you seen the it's not Interstellar, it's the other one with the where the cryo sleep caskets kind of fail? With the one that with the Jennifer Lawrence.
I'm terrible at names.
Yeah, I know. The girl from Tributes of Panem. But it's I would need to look it up real quick.
Doesn't matter. They're machines. They're blue. They're vending machines for fruit. Then you get ready out what you want, I assume.
Yes, correct.
Oh, do you mean the one blah 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 for the galaxy or something? Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay. Well, I have a look at it.
Yeah.
So,
Passengers. Fucking Christ. That movie was good. Passengers is a good movie. Yeah, basically like that. It's basically depending on which tier of researcher or part of you of the organization or the invitation you are, the higher tier you get food and accommodation and stuff like that, right?
okay. Well,
So
let's see what they're
basically,
gonna
you could
provide
get
me.
yourself a coffee, but like a mocha would be a higher level.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what he's gonna provide me then with.
Yeah. You see Hester kind of go to the vending machine. You're to the one next to it. And he's like, well, breakfast, buns, and hot
I'm going
chocolate.
with a.
Oh, hot chocolate, that's not good. And then
Uh,
he is like, and eggs.
I'm going to go with a lunch and a coffee.
Okay. You opened up the lunch menu and you see like meats and then like sausages and potatoes and kind of everything around.
Let me
What are you going
guess.
for?
And then I'm scrolling down to where the stuff is I actually am allowed to take.
Yeah, basically, right? And then you go down, and it's like minor things. It's like I think the most thing you would like is like a schnitzel.
There you go. That sounds fantastic. I'll go.
Yeah, a schnitzel and a coffee, and maybe some like peas and carrots, something
Sure.
like that.
Healthy.
Something very
There you go.
simple. Yeah, that's usually the main premise of it. All of it technically to a degree is healthy-ish, right?
Yeah.
Like the lower you go, like a schnitzel and some vegetables and a coffee. That's healthy enough for any human. But
Well, yeah,
as you
it's not
go to
gonna
the
kill
top,
you.
there's also like this delicious things that are like what like just for fancy like bacon and shit like that.
Yeah.
Things that are not good for you. But yeah, you come back and he has a hot chocolate and some like an omelet and he basically chews himself some pretty fun good looking things together. And
Yeah.
yeah, you get your schnitzel. It looks like a brick. Like
I'm curious to
it's
see what.
literally brick shaped.
I'm curious to see what the bird is gonna get.
He-
This is the quartermaster, so he's
He's
technically
getting
higher.
corn. He's getting himself like a little cup of corn.
I'd look over and say, good choice.
Yeah, it's cooked. He looks
Um,
at you. He's like, ah. Like he
well,
just cuts a piece of a scream, almost a little bit. Like ah.
I would, well, start eating. I was like, well then, I mean, you two are the only one I know actually on the ship. Do you know anyone else, or is everyone else pretty much not knowing each other either?
Hester looks a little bit around. He says, I haven't seen. Well, I've seen two people, but not knowing them. So, not everybody from the last mission is coming this time. They're afraid of getting sick again, I guess. Um, but yeah, no, not really. And the crow looks around and he points at the list. No people, and he points out like both of his hands. So, assuming he knows like 10 people, like by
Okay.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, at least you know more than I do. I assume it's not your first expedition either.
He crows and he says, "Expedition first." Points at himself.
Oh wow. How did you end up as a quartermaster then?
He has like some corn. It crunches a little bit, and he like looks up and he grabs into his pocket and pulls out a symbol, and it's a second tier administrator.
I
Yeah,
see.
that's why he's a quartermaster in the first place. Not.
So
And he cuts to it like a low voice research. Like
ooh.
he's not a researcher.
Yeah, but he's a quartermaster for
Yeah.
researchers. Okay. Ah, then I know exactly who I have to go to if I need to request new things. Perfect.
He nods, and he points like he points into the invitation letter, and it's basically it's surrounding like a little booklet, right?
Right.
It's like a cruise plan, and it's also how much like things you can acquire from a quartermaster in a certain amount of time, right?
I see. Well,
Depending on your tier as well. So a higher level researcher would get a higher level, things to research with.
I was literally about to ask
Yeah.
that. So how can one improve his tier then?
And he does like a hand motion to flick through a few pages.
Okay.
Um, what are you doing?
I would actually, well, considering it's like I'm on a booklet, I would, one hand, have the booklet open and flick through it to find that part, and also try to read the titles of, the chapter, so I at least have an
Okay,
idea what kind of chapters are in
it's
there.
basically just like the first one is like general information. That would be like how to behave, not offending anybody, stay where you're supposed to
PR
fucking
code.
be, stuff. Yeah, that's the base code. Please be dressed, because there's some races that are naturally naked-ish, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, please dress yourself still. I don't know, not going full feral there. So yeah, but apart from that, then it goes over to the arc, kind of not like a map, but like a general overlook. Basically, it has
Oh,
like the arc in total, but no like room layouts or anything. Just like some numbers on it, so where in the ship approximately something is, right?
right. So at least have an idea in which direction to go.
Correct. And then you have some tier things like the food and what the quartermaster said, right? How much things you can acquire.
Hmm.
Then you have information about the mission a little bit, which is yeah, scouting out planets, figuring out what they are, what things there are, elements and magic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then also how to improve, which are expeditions.
Uh,
Yes, right? And
yep.
yeah, the basically bringing back or bringing information about a thing cataloged and done to have then research on here on the ship while traveling. That's how you tier up.
Ah, well, if that's the case, I'll probably need stuff to be able to put things into it for research and bring it back. So I'll certainly reach out to you for that.
Yeah. Apart from that, yeah, you see the bird kind of flick through a different kind of book because he is an administrator. He's like looking through a different kind of thing.
Perfect. All right. In this case, I'll turn over to Hester.
Hmm?
Like, well, if we need to go to expeditions to get better stuff and do better, I think that's probably similar to you as well.
Hmm. Oh yeah. He looks into the book. It's just like it's basically the same thing as last year.
Well, in this case, why don't we team up? You bring us down, I do the research, and we both get better for it.
Hmm. Yeah. Some people get themselves stuck on the ship a lot. Maybe I can make a
Uh,
little business out of that.
well, that's not my plan.
Yeah,
And
you're
if
here
I,
for the research. I'm here for, you know, making a few friends, making some research. I don't care about the tier at all.
well, you also care for the ride.
Yeah.
There we go.
You look at him and as he like you look at him and his food and you've seen it in the second tier research because he
Oh,
already
right.
technically completed a year.
Yeah. So he doesn't start at the noob like I am.
Yeah, he
That,
technically completed a year because it got dismissed. So
all
he
right.
actually got a second tier research because it's the minimum, you know, after an entire thing you at least get to the second tier, if not higher if you do well, right? So
Yeah.
he did nothing and everybody got a tier up. So you have a bunch of fucking idiots on this mission sometimes. Because they are
Great.
they have no clue what they're fucking doing.
Perfect. Well,
And
you
you know
know.
what I love about the Isaac League? Also, the researchers on the ship are the ones maintaining the ship.
Yeah, I figured as
Yeah,
much.
so if you're a bunch of newbies getting learned into the ship, it's gonna fucking suck.
Anyway, I turned to like, well, like at least I know I can trust you to fly, and if shit goes down, to fly us out of difficult situations, and I think that would be quite your thing, wouldn't it?
Huh, yeah, I would
There you
love
go.
that.
And I,
He
and
said, I
I,
would love that.
there you go. And I like to get into dangerous situations, so I can bring you there and back, which gives you the adrenaline, and you can bring out, so I will fucking survive.
Sounds like a plan. Okay. Yeah. I assume it's the same movie as last year.
I turn to the crow. Sorry, I forgot his race.
Shrugs, and he just points at a page in his book, and it's just like he shakes his head. It's just like, okay, what changed? And he points out a few like words to him. So only the location. He nods. It's just like, okay, so it's the same thing. He nods. Okay.
Oh, how about
Yeah, it's just basically like, infinite vastness of space, here and there, and just like, research, go there,
so
bring
considering
the Isaac
that
League
me
further into the universe, whatever. Yeah,
Well, I mean, in this case, we have to, for one, get ourselves a place, make ourselves ready for a potential expedition, and figure out which fucking planet we're going to go down to do that.
yeah.
But for that, we need to figure out what's actually on the way.
Not wrong. Uh, Probably. I don't really want to, watch the movie again. I'd rather be on the ship and figure out where to go. Because I
Well,
know it's not the same ship as last year.
well, then how about this? I probably need to watch it because I haven't seen it. How about you make
That's
yourself
fine.
familiar with the ship,
Yeah.
uh, and find ourselves a good place, and then we meet. And I open up the map and say there, like,
Okay. He like snaps his fingers and it's just like, perfect. You do the research, I do the
see,
figuring
I
out.
knew I knew we're gonna work well as a team.
He chuckles a little bit.
And I turned back to, well, what's the race again? Is it
Kenku.
Kenku? That was it. Thank you. Um, and I turn over to the Kenku. Like, do you mind if I just call you Bliss?
He repeats, what did you say? Bliss?
Bliss. Yeah.
Bliss. 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 and you hear like like an old man's voice for a moment. Blizzard. As his eyes strike open like a little bit, it's just like, where did that came from?
um, well, I take that Bliss is okay then.
He shrugs.
Okay. Well, Bliss, I assume we're gonna find you then later where all the resources are allocated, and I assume you're gonna watch the film as well. How about the two of us go to the film together while Hester is figuring out the land of the lay of the land?
He shrugs. He points at his book. Like your insight would reveal yourself. Like he needs to read the book anyway.
Yeah,
And it's like
okay.
3 times as dense, and it's like fully packed of written things.
Yeah.
As an
So,
administrator, you have to read more. You figure out.
surprise. So my suggestion then would then be we finish the food. Hester
Mm.
can basically go off and do his discovery, and me and Bliss are gonna basically walk down the way, read a bit, look around, see if we find something interesting.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna look around a little bit and watch the movie, right?
Yeah.
It's basically the Star Trek intro. Yeah, like I'm not shitting you. It basically just it's just basically like explains a few things. Like if you were to send a message back, it takes some fucking time to come back
Yeah.
because of the travel time, right? So yeah, if you send a message like now, it will still go normally. But if you're like on the travel, depending on the distance you're at, like from wherever you're sending it back, you probably need like 3 to 4 times the time you've been already traveling for the message to go there and then come back, plus the time it, the process time
That
on the.
remind that reminds me of a sweetheart that I knew. It was a neighbor's child. We grew up together. Ira. She was cute. I would leave her like a last measure. It's like it was beautiful, and hopefully I can see her soon again.
Gets a message like 30 years later.
Hey, you might throw me a curveball with that one, but fuck it, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And
You
after
watch
that,
it.
we
It
would
takes
make
an
our
hour.
way. Yeah, and then the next hour we spend walking down the aisle, see if we find any interesting shops, and read through the book a bit.
Yeah, people
Casually,
in the lower level
casually making way.
don't make shops because it's not allowed, right?
All right.
In the lower platform. On the ship itself, yes, you can buy parcels, like a part of the ship, basically, for a
Mm,
horrendous amount of money. Or you can basically, like your own quarters, you can do whatever you want with them, as long as you don't like physically change the room, right?
fair enough.
You have a certain limitation
Uh,
you can work in with, so you could build a shop there and just smaller your bedroom, which are some people are doing, or they sell
um,
stuff out of their bedroom, which is also fun.
yeah.
Also, some people like sell off their labs to just run shops and other way around.
Or
Like you,
rent out, I guess.
yeah, same. Like there's a
Yeah.
little economy on the ship within itself, which only takes credits. No
Which I
goods.
also
No
assume that, let's say,
goods.
well, I guess if you come back with research data, you can sell that to someone else
Yes,
rather than, yeah,
correct.
I think,
The economy is pretty good in there as well. Like some items are crazy cheap, but like everything that's research related is crazy expensive.
yeah, I figure because that's how
And
you get the
tools,
credits to be rewarded at
tools
the
are
end.
sparse. Yeah, tools are sparse.
Fair, fair.
Yeah. You also in the kind of movie, you also see that there's like supply ships coming to the Ark every
Mm,
once in a while. It doesn't bring researchers; it only brings supplies that are then handed to the administrators, right? And then
yeah.
to be dispersed. So you can only, regarding to your tier, get so much of that.
Okay.
You see the
Um,
all kind of chuckle for a moment,
in this
like
case,
without
are you
voice.
getting like a job allocated once you're like on the ship, or are you like picking your job
You're picking your
that you
job.
would do? Okay, in this case, I would specifically look for a job that's related to transportation to, into and out of. Um,
Hmm?
yeah,
Yeah, ship engineer, for example.
actually, probably more in a half administrative job, like checking out that what comes in actually works, but also what's being unloaded, I guess.
Storage?
Yeah, because my
Storage
thinking is
administration, yeah.
if I see what goes
So
in
you
and
would be
out,
research and development, yeah.
yeah, because when I can see what goes in and out, I can categorize it as part of the research and be like, oh, okay, this is this, this, and this, and this, and I understand this. But it will also tell me what can potentially be found in what location, so I can make my own
Judgment.
notes, right, where it's worth to actually go.
Sure. Yeah,
That's you got to give me that. That's smart.
that's not stupid, yeah.
So I'm like, whew, well, that will be quite interesting. I should probably get myself to before anyone else does. And I think Bliss, you already have your position allocated specifically.
Yeah, as he's pre-planned, yes.
Yeah, thought so. Well then, Bliss, I will probably see you later. I assume you're gonna be in somewhat similar. No, actually, you'll probably be another level considering your second level.
Yeah, he
Um,
shrugs and he looks at you and he hands you like a letter, like a addressed to him.
Oh, thank you. I will let you. I will
As he
let
pulls it
account
out of
use
his
my
pocket,
address.
he has like a stack of 50 of them in there.
Yeah, I figured. I'll send you my one as well once I actually have one, because right now I don't.
Yeah, because he has an allocated room, it's also
Yeah,
displayed in there.
thought so. Perfect. Well, in this case, I'll have to head off to get the opportunity. And on that note, the second hour I will use to save myself the job for that specific spot. So I will look from where the
Okay,
job
so
applications are.
you get to the job application place.
Yep.
Yeah, you basically see a list like 150 jobs.
Okay. Um,
You see a few people in the back, like administrating papers and files and a little bit playing with illusions every once in a while, you know.
I
For
mean,
joy.
I would look for on the list for the job I'm specifically looking for. So
Mhm.
I guess which is
Yeah, they don't
basically.
have descriptions. They only have direct job names, so probably need to ask a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, in this case, I would go to one of the administrators and be, hey, I hope you can help me. I'm looking for a job on board, specifically towards categorization of new items that's being brought from expeditions. I was wondering if there is an application still open.
She like it's a kind of half elvish kind of girl, and she looks at you and she's like, administrator, you want she looks at your chaotic nature. I hope you like pain.
Well, the idea is that on the one hand, I can help with the research by categorizing it appropriately and getting it to the right people. On the other hand, have a good job. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a pain, but it needs to be done.
Uh, y- she says, inventory is like the worst thing ever, right?
Well, what would you suggest me then? This is my first time, but I want to make myself applicable.
She looks at you and she's like, you're new, right?
Yeah, first time.
Can't give you anything that inventory in that regard. I mean, technically flight control a little bit, but
Yeah.
only
I,
like
I,
like
I, I,
with flight control, you would be able to at least out of character, like you would able to see the kind of cargo that they're carrying, not like the
all
specific
right.
items, but
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, fair enough. The Mrs. Sonic. I'm like, oh, you're so nice and so sweet. That if you think this is the best suggestion, then I will go with that.
Hmm, you seem reasonable.
First criteria: does the person seem reasonable? Check. All right, he can go to flight control.
No, you get worked in. That is the thing, and you're
Fair.
responsible for the ships crashing if you designate them wrong.
Well, I have a fairly high intelligence. That's the one thing I'm pretty
Yeah,
confident in.
you have to deal with flyers like your friend.
Ah, I am
Yeah,
good with charisma. So let's see about that.
yeah. She looks around. She's like, roll me persuasion, real quick.
fucking knew it. One an
Natural two.
unnatural one.
Oh god.
Unnatural one. Yeah.
She's like, do you have good eyes? And you like you basically rub your eyes in that moment, just like shortly after.
I'm reasonable. Like, I must admit that most of my capabilities are within my mind. Or nimble.
You know what? I have an idea. It's a job we don't usually have too many spaces in, but nobody usually takes it. It's designate f- planners for flights. Give me a second. I don't need a sharp eye for that.
If you don't have to see it, you don't need a sharp eye for it.
Yeah, you see the quartermaster of yours is still around in the back reading his booklet, kind of waiting for you a little bit because you knew.
Aww. He's sweet.
You gave him a name, and he didn't hate it.
Which surprised
The
me.
last guy that gave him a name named him Crowface.
That's just
Yeah,
lame.
right? So yeah, it's the first time somebody gave him a name that isn't like bird related.
Fuck my life.
So
Okay.
yeah, he liked that. But yeah. So she's like, we could.
I love it. I have zero charisma, but apparently I make friends everywhere I go.
No, people are genuinely friendly. The people that are good at making friends, like Hester, is better than you at making friends, charisma wise.
Yeah.
But he's also like a little bit not like a hothead, but like impulsive.
Yeah.
He's like a little bit unreliable.
Fair enough.
So you know, they're qualities. But yeah, yeah, we have a few shortages because nobody ever takes this job. It's flight planners.
Huh.
Yeah.
So I would have to figure out what's going to come and plan who goes where.
Technically, yeah. You also have to, you have to have a good connection with inventory, and you have to find out what ships are there and fly. We can't, we can't give you that info. You have to go around and designate and, you know, ships, which is the most tedious
Nice.
part about it. But apart from that, I think that should be fine.
But what if I'm going to an expedition myself?
Well, that is why we don't have an awful lot of those. It's you can still go on expeditions. That's fine. Some other else of that shop will take the position for time when it's needed.
But that would also allow me to designate myself as a flight to go there.
She
Technically
scratches her
speaking.
chin. I technically yes. I wouldn't advise it. A little bit scuffed. If somebody finds out, you might get your shoes dirty.
I
Designating
see.
yourself is a little bit like
Yeah, I get it.
It's like if the lunch lady gives herself the best lunch, right?
Yeah. I just realized that that might be an issue. That's why I thought I mentioned it.
No, have another one do it for you, another designator.
Fair enough. Okay. No, that seems fine. I'll do that.
Two designators being the best bros ever.
That I'm not even joking. I was genuinely thinking
That I know.
um. Yeah. Okay. Well, in this case, now I just need to find a place where I'm actually gonna rest. I hope there's gonna be some decent accommodations left.
She shrugs. Haven't seen the ship currently. Don't know.
Yeah, first level. So.
Oh, ha! That's gonna suck.
I
Trust
see
me.
you in the toilet.
And maybe
That's
not
my
that
joke.
much, but yeah, we'll see.
All right. Well,
Good luck.
thanks.
Yeah.
And I go over to Bliss. Jesus Christ, I almost forgot the name. I actually fucking gave him.
He looks at you. He looks up from his book, and he slowly starts to tread towards the elevator.
Yeah. Thank you for waiting. That was very nice of you.
He said, "Nice," in your own voice.
Well, looks like I'm gonna be a flight designator, but that also means that I might actually be working with you partially.
He looks up and he says in a female voice, he says, "Administrator."
Yeah, because you know, you administrate the resources, I administrate the work, who goes where, and if they know where they're going, they need the resources, so they probably need to be forwarded by me, I guess, or something like.
He shrugs for a moment. It's just like he nods and shrugs.
Shall we see with what kind of toilet I'm being left behind, and then
He
bring you
puts
to
his
your
thumbs
place?
up and goes to the
He seemed
elevator.
way too. He seemed way too eager for that. Okay, I'll step into
Yeah,
the elevator.
you get to the ship. Here as a reference.
Ooh, but you know what's actually would be very helpful? If I'm the guy who actually designates the flights, then I can actually get the interesting flights um, to the flight people who are nice to me.
Yeah. Yeah. You would yeah. It's the boarding ship, so it's not even the Ark. So be aware, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you basically have a very basic quarters. It's basically like think about like a drawer, right? It's just enough to store you and your bag.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, like you said, I got basically 3 hours. So the first hour was food and
Mhm.
video.
Yep.
Second hour was getting on my job for like on the carrier, and the third
Yeah.
hour is now
It's
going
it's
on
the
there and getting
transit.
on the arc.
Yes, the
Yeah.
transit from the place to the
So
Ark. Yes.
I'm being within the time limit given and not cause anyone problems.
Correct. You go to the elevator, you land in the transit ship, you seat yourself in the capsule, um, and yeah, the ship, you seat yourself and it takes another like, half an hour,
Yeah.
and then the transit ship blasts off. That Hester took the last one, right? The one before this
Yeah.
transit ship. So this one is the last transit ship. There's no transit ship coming anymore. Um, Good. You had some time spares. The elevator ride was a little bit, long. But yeah, you make your way. As you kind of hear the engines roar, you get this familiar feeling of, wanting to vomit as the ship is way larger and a lot faster.
Great.
Yeah, at least it's not accelerating as fast, but I still need to save. At least it's not pitching and rolling.
Yeah, maybe the C is a bit lower. Well,
Uh,
12?
Yeah, it succeeds. You
Oh, thank
basically get
God.
like a
I'm
like a
keeping my lunch.
you get like your breathing that kind of stucks for a little bit and here and there, like you do have your troubles, but you're doing fine. The pressure is a lot more because
I,
you're
I look over,
leaving orbit.
I look over to Bliss and put like a thumbs up for like,
Nah, you're a
yay.
little pill, like
All right,
you're your little drawer.
all right, fair enough.
But you basically have like a little illusory display, right? Where you
Mm.
can flick through the outside cameras.
Can I also investigate and do some research on that?
You
Like,
don't have a lot of space, but yes.
no, I mean in terms of like basic Google shit.
There is some general information, almost like the Mordron, but it's like a little less because you don't
That's
really
fine.
know anything about your destination.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about destination. I'm actually what I want to know about is, um, I would actually try to read up on the job of flight designator
Mm-hmm.
because that job must exist on literally all of the arcs, so that
Correct.
might be Googleable.
Yes, all jobs are Google.
Perfect.
Yeah,
So
flight
I would.
designator is basically the job of, inventorizing ships, not the inventory of the ship, but the ship
Mm,
itself and the pilot,
mm,
and then basically creating the flight plans for said ship for a certain time frame.
all right.
Yeah. Basically, the pilot comes to you. I have this thing. What do I do with it? Like, right? I need to get this to the planet. When am I allowed to fucking fly?
In this case, I would then Google up next what is valued how much in terms of credits,
Priority?
air quotation. Yeah, priority. Like, for example, plants, minerals.
Everything that
Other,
decays has highest priority and always has to be done first. It
okay.
doesn't matter if you're like if somebody with like think about living creatures, right? Somebody goes to a planet and recovers like living eggs and or stuff like that, right?
Mm,
Those would have highest priority because they're biological wares. Everything that
correct.
can decay, plants, plant life, animals, anything that needs maintenance.
And what about
Artifacts,
um,
then it's magic. Uh,
okay. And in terms of research value, like contribution?
um, I mean, just the job in general gives research contribution to a degree.
No, yeah, yeah, no, that's what I mean. But more, the reason I'm asking this
Mhm.
is if I see, for example, a lot of, if I, for example, they say, all right, new minerals are like
Yeah,
the thing on this trip, right?
yeah.
And I see, okay, there are two free ships all coming from this planet,
Mhm.
and all of them have new materials. Might be a good
All
one.
of them would have the tag mineral. Yes.
Exactly. But all of that, that would mean to me, hey,
It doesn't
this
need to
planet might.
mean new. It can be iron. Oh.
Okay, fair enough. But my
It,
point is,
the flight
I
designator doesn't get such a specific thing, but you could link up with somebody from inventory.
or what I can do is, if I, for example, know magic artifacts are like the big thing
Mm,
people want to see,
mm.
right? And I see someone brings a lot of them, or quite often, I know where he came from. I can take that as a suggestion, for
Yeah,
future.
as an
So
insight,
I
might be some planet with a lot of magic.
right. So I want to basically understand as part of the mission,
Hmm.
what is the stuff people want to see? Like what gives where are the upper researchers saying, "Oh yeah, that's gonna get me hard, thank you."
Magic.
Magic. Okay. Oh,
Magic and rare materials. Anything that has it is categorized, right?
mm,
Um, for the so-called star tag. A star tag has 5 rarities, from 1 to 5. The more stars, the more valuable.
right.
Those are also prioritized, even over decay ware.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
There are also some
Um,
special tags like dangerous, explosive, poisonous,
yeah.
hazardous, stuff like that.
So I would make myself familiar with this
Hmm.
while I'm going from A to B because that's going to take a while, I assume.
Yeah. You basically make the plans, who flies when, with what, for the guys that are steering in the ships and the pilots.
Yeah. Hey, if I bring a lot of people to interesting places, maybe I'm being considered a good luck charm then.
Hmm. Yeah, basically.
Hmm. Okay. So I'll make myself familiar in terms of priority and the whole danger nodes or blah blah blah. In regards to the job,
Also, there's hangars can only do X and Y, right? So there are
yeah, I
specific
figured.
hangars for that said explosiveware, right? So think about somebody
Yeah,
goes there and finds 100 potions of like fireball.
yeah,
Um, very very high rarity, very high prioritization. Needs to have a specific storage for said high priority items and armored, dock in
yeah.
case it goes up. And an armored
Or if you have
storage
like,
nearby, so that's a pretty fucking difficult combination to find within the ship in the first
or
place.
something that has like wild magic that's
Correct.
just, yeah, no,
That
yeah,
would
I
be
get it.
hazardous.
Yeah, exactly. No, I get the principle.
Yeah. Good. Let me just take a leak and then I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna get myself a drink too. Hello?
Hello, break time.
Alright, I'm back.
I hope you like it a little bit. Different.
Sorry, what?
I hope you like it.
Oh yeah, like I was not expecting you giving me a fucking whole arc. I was thinking you're gonna give me like a bit of an introduction and then like, all right, let's go from the main story from there. Not like,
The Islip
oh
League
yeah,
is a major party in my story.
yeah. I was still not expecting it.
Huh? You fit perfectly well into it.
Well, it makes a lot of fun at the moment,
Hmm?
and I'm very curious of where the fuck this is going.
Jaredome is a beast. As someone who have motion sickness, just dealing with Mach 90 and whatnot, and being like, you know what? Yeah, I'm fine after that, and not just
Very
being
much.
like, yep, I'm just gonna die in bed.
Yep. I hope I'm not. It's so good if I have to roll on the whole nightmare thing of his. It's gonna be fucking flying at some point.
Oh yeah. The
the wind,
PTSD
the wind
table.
will touch you, and you just be
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna get PTSD from flying.
Or falling. Like
Well,
no gravity. Or hanging upside down, stuff like that.
There you go. Great fun.
Or being tied to literally anything.
Eh, I don't know. I feel it saved my ass. I wouldn't be afraid of that.
You have to tie yourself to things for you to feel secure.
Basically. Oh,
If
I just
if you were to low a good decent bit lower, the rope would come loose, right? And you would have
Yeah.
to roll me a deck save to stay like catch the ladder. Yeah. This is why people are usually not on the outside of fucking ships.
He
You
told
didn't
me
know
he
that.
would drive.
Oh, really?
He knew he couldn't fly fast with you being out
Yeah.
there.
He told me he wouldn't fly fast. Fucking liar.
120 isn't fast for him.
For him, yeah.
He was like, okay, he thinks back as he's like driving at like 60, 30, like at the beginning, right? And it's just like, okay, how sturdy was that rope?
Just being like, he's fine. He knows what he's doing out there.
Yeah, he's a driver flyer by heart, basically.
I can tell. He's gonna be very interesting.
I was really expecting when you said, "Well, when shit starts to go down, I expect you to fly up."
Yeah. I think what I quite like is his and my personality are actually weirdly enough very compatible.
Yeah.
It fits great like a puzzle piece.
Yeah, it does. I feel like at the moment I feel like I'm the Morty to his Rick in a way, but yeah.
Yeah, that
A
would.
weird, jumbled puzzle piece, but it's there.
Let me just build his character sheet. Where did my mouse go? What?
Man, you wrote garbage.
Oh yeah. I can't see my mouse.
9,
I can't see my
7.
mouse cursor. What the fuck? What?
It casts invisibility.
Oh yeah, it casts invisibility alright. What the shit? Hold the fucking phone. Ugh. Let me just replug
7,
this.
9, 12, 13, 11, 8, 8, 7, 10, 12, 17, 11. That's a lot of negatives.
What? Mouse, don't be a bitch. What's that cable up here? Pain. Still not back. What? I never get a day off without any
Your-
bullshit happening. Not even if I have
cursor just
fucking
went on
vacation. Yeah. Me on my vacation, my mouse. Nah, dog, I'm out.
You abused me too much, too long.
They're like, nah, fam, I've been working 24 hours, 24/7 and whatnot. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break and whatnot. You said 5-minute break, right? Yeah, I'm gonna take like a 13
Hour
day break.
Yeah. I'ma head out until I'm 18.
I'm gonna head out until your computer dies, and then that's when I'll show up. Just in
That's
time for
I'm gonna
just
work.
in time.
Can I exist then? Yeah, perfection. Nope, still does not work. Fucking Christ.
Take your time.
Yeah, no, I probably have to restart my PC, but the stream is on, so I guess I just have to deal with it.
Oh yeah, at some point the stream got cut in half.
What?
Well, yeah, like the first part whatnot is already out, and everything with Gyarados is like current.
No, the stream is still live.
Yes, it's live, but right now, as I'm actively looking at it, it says an hour 45, which pretty sure last time I checked it was 4 hours.
Yeah, it's an hour 45 for no apparent reason. Which is fine. Streamlabs still recorded the entire thing of 6 hours and a half.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, it probably just cuts it up into 2 pieces somewhere, which is fine. Which I can just name part 1, part 2.
just Jera Dome Remaker.
Basically, yeah. Anyway, yeah, you're in your sleeping pill, and you have a short rest.
Okay. I don't think I can do anything with a short rest. Well, actually, I can want to use my hit dice to get 1 health point back.
You know, rub a little bit over that scratch, over that kind of like bruise on your hand.
Yeah, because I don't think I have any. I don't have Archon recovery or anything like that.
Nope, that wizards get it only.
Yeah.
Let me just make the Olent Hester.
Hmm. There you go. The owl has a name now. This is the first
It
time I
is.
named another NPC.
Huh? Copy image.
Good job. You get a gold sticker.
Well, it made him like me.
Hey, you're making friends. Just don't let those friends see your corpse.
Sorry?
Hmm?
I didn't catch that.
I said don't let your friends see your corpse.
Well, let's see how they feel about me. I have no idea.
Were you in sleep? Make a
But,
new character?
nah. But I got some very mean or slash evil plans already.
Oh, I'm scared.
You should be.
Well, at least I'm light years away from you.
For now.
For now.
Not for long. Depends on my speed.
Please don't crash.
I was gonna say, if I ask Hester, I'm gonna be there even earlier.
If you ask Hester, you will be there now.
Flying is based on sleight of hand. It's gonna be probably some part rogue by this point. Vehicles. Land, technically. It's an infusion. And
But I love it. You're like, all right, let me make 2 new characters. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give them bullshit scores. Internally, I hate them. That's why I did that. Right? So is that your reasoning, my friend?
At least one of them will be at least the first one will be decent at something.
I mean, to be fair,
17 is fucking good.
true.
Mm-hmm. The second the 60 though.
Yeah, I mean that's
That's just
That's
death.
that's just like, yes, I am an assistant and I'm trying my best.
that's probably about right.
It's just like he got
I mean,
born and he just woke up and it's just like maybe what if I don't stand up, you know? Is that still an option?
What if I just don't learn anything and then be here?
I mean, I got pretty average with 70. I think that's almost spot on the average.
Do you have like 16 negatives?
With 70, no.
You have 70 negatives?
No, I have 70 points, like in my attributes.
I'm just gonna go look at your attributes. Because it's about how they're scored. Because at that I think that's
Oh,
I think that's like 7, 9, and an 8.
yeah, I got an 18 on the 17.
Yeah, that's like at least that's like you're good at 2 things.
Hmm.
While the other person is like, I'm at least subpar at best.
Yeah, basically. That is pretty correct.
Horrible at it, great at it, subpar, great, subpar, horrible. I see. So are you in like a big ship full of smaller ships?
Kinda.
Okay, because it was weird. It was really weird of just be thinking of like a tanky ship and like thinking of levels. So it's just like a like a bedroom sized building that is forever long.
Mm,
But you're doing a lot for the introduction of this
oh yeah.
character. Yeah, because you got yeah, there's a now very important person in the ship.
Yep.
Yeah, those
What are those tools called again? I'm so mentally done already. God.
What kind of tools?
The fine work.
Tinker.
Tinker. Can't fucking find it. Idiot. Fine, and then we're just gonna go Smith tools. Let's see. My talents were given to me so that I could use them to benefit the world. Yeah. Fits him pretty well. Mhm. I gave him a light hammer and a sickle. It's a wire cutter and a fucking hammer. Done. Still need to add the rest of his equipment.
A wire and a hammer?
Yeah, a sickle and a light hammer. Basically a wire cutter. Which is the sickle.
Works.
And it's just a...
Oh.
Yeah. That'll work. Let me pick his infusions because I still need to. Didn't I do it? I didn't pick it. Pain. It's a second level artificer and a first level rogue. Oh fuck, I get so many artificer skills still. 3.
Artificers have so much going on.
Yeah.
They can't pick one tool, they have to have all tools.
I think Dad wasn't expecting us to move forward that fast.
Yerd.
Oh, hi there, Nico.
I've just been listening to this whole thing. I'm just like, how's everyone doing?
I'm doing fine.
I'm
Uh,
I think I have not left my bed
cartographers.
since I woke up.
Yeah, and see, that's the problem because if that's the
And
case,
there's gummy bears right next to me. So
I would do the same thing if it was up to Dad. I would be sitting down next to my computer the whole day, waiting for my turn.
I'm sorry. I'm trying my best here.
I could probably do it more tomorrow. Like if I could probably do it tomorrow. I don't want to rush you or anything like that. Take your time, man. Your story's good. Plus, I'm still trying to figure out my character. I don't
You don't
know.
want to sit in your bed all day, especially
Ooh,
when you haven't moved
it's a
yet.
mind
Because there's
sharpener.
a gummy
Let's
berry
go.
within arm reach of me, and is currently now alive.
That could come in fucking handy. And
So
the
I have not ate dinner yet,
Hmm.
unless gummy bears count as dinner.
Depends how many you eat.
So I got this yesterday, and I'm almost done with the whole bag.
Then yes, it does.
Nice.
Oh, I'm gonna give him fucking mending now.
Go for it.
When the ship goes into Star Wars mode, someone needs to mend the ship.
Yep.
Only get 2 cantrips, yeah? Okay. Fine. No message then. Lightning lure to weld with. Yeah, sure. That'll work. And for his spells, it's gonna. I mean, you have expeditious retreat.
Yeah.
It's gonna pick fucking Featherfall.
Sounds like a reasonable choice.
Oh yeah.
Never leave home with it without it.
Oh yes. Q wounds. Pull that nasty burn ones.
Now, if Shahu had that, Shahu will be fine.
I'm trying to figure out what character I want to do. I don't know.
Expeditious.
Dude, I've been doing this all day. I've been like flipping back and forth between like 2 builds I want to do, and I don't know.
Hand
Just
check.
making me.
If you
Not
want, you
just
can use
just-
the Lord of Savior Tatsu, the decision bot.
That's a little too random.
That's not random. If it's only 2 choices, it's a 50-50. Like I can literally go get a D2 right now.
Yeah. You
Okay.
can just roll it with
Okay.
Avray at D2.
Okay. How about this? D1 monk, D2 rogue, D3 fighter. Final decision.
Okay.
Or
Let me just.
D4 straight wizard.
All right, just gonna use a D4. You want me to only roll it once or the first to 3?
First to 3.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm doing this on my phone, not on the thing.
Okay. Go.
Yeah, 2.
2.
Yeah, I pull up 3. I'll pull up 3 2s.
Jesus Christ. All right then. 3 2s it is.
Which one is that one?
I think I said rogue.
Oh,
Sleight of hand, so
Oh,
he has
it's
expertise.
basically an arcane twister.
Nah, I don't want.
No, his base piloting skill is proficient in Dex, so
You are a
+6,
wizard.
and his sleight of hand bonus is an
And
8.
and if you multi-class to rogue,
So yeah, he's
basically
pretty
a more
good in flying.
powerful arcane twister.
Let's say he's pretty good in flying.
That's good. I need him to be good at
Oh,
flying.
you can you drop him out of the sky?
He has a +14 to piloting checks. That's crazy good.
Holy,
Because his sleight of
holy
hand
God,
is
what is that?
+8. He's level 3. Damn, nice.
I'm proud.
And his class features. Gonna make that. Yeah, infusions. Create that infusion and the returning wire cutter. Yeah, the returning hammer. Yes, for now. It's gonna change it later. Item description, customize, ship holder. Add an item. Add a custom item. There we go. That is done. That is done. I think I'm done with building him.
Nice.
Has some more inventory things, but it's just tools. Cartographer's tools. Oh yeah, he has a lot of proficiencies. Cartographer's tools, smith tools, thief tools, tinker tools, vehicles land, and vehicles on water.
Makes sense.
He has access to sneak attack. his dex is higher than his int.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
I like him. He's a good guy. And I'm sad to kill him later. No.
It's like that character that like gets introduced in the first episode, stays long enough for you to have some kind of emotional attachment before they get killed.
You don't believe how often that just happens.
Yeah, I don't.
Staples. To everybody who still knows that.
Hmm?
Staples. Killed by Regina's medicine check.
Oh yeah, that one. I remember stories. Because Don tell those.
Oh yeah.
Don tell those. Okay. Move it so rough.
Ich brauche einen gut. I need a good ace.
The Kenku is a fucking monk.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. And he's
So
like
you gotta make a
fucking
scene in
level.
my office, right? Catch these hands because weapons are not allowed.
Get these hands.
Yeah, you know how to
I
catch
like
these
the
hands.
not guy from a
You,
gummy bear. I don't want
he
that to be
he
on my
hands you
tombstone.
a physical letter of recommendation to the fucking medicine center. Here's an administration for the medicine center. Why? You're gonna need it. Punches you in the sternum.
I don't know which
Let's
way. I
let's
don't know which
see
way the
his
Kenku is.
way of the open hand.
I haven't really looked at that one.
Let me see your stats, Kenku boy. Okay, that array sucks ass. And what's the second one? Already a better start. Oh. A top one. I'm gonna give him the blitz. I'm gonna give him the investigator background for the official inquiry.
Wait. I love how it says fast for a king.
Obsession. I've lived this way for way too long. Now I can't imagine a different way. Him just sitting over paperwork.
Oh god.
Imagine giving him the flop. I believe Doom follows me, and everyone who gets close to me will face a tragic end. Just like, but what if I don't give him the research, the thing that he needs? Will he die because he doesn't have the material? No.
That just sounds like
I'm
it sounds
convinced
like
something is
overthinking.
after me. It's just like he's spying on me. Nobody gets to see my plans. The Kenko also has a cane.
Does it have a crow face on the, like the hilt of it.
basically.
Nice. Hmm. But does I have a pointy part where it will do piercing damage if I hit someone over this one? You're making a dapper Kenku.
Imagine this guy just smacking your face in with a fucking cane and then grappling you by your tie and say, "You're in my office here."
This is you making this person so very just this is very scary now.
Oh yeah, monks are scary. Some researcher going up to him, but I need that. It's just like you don't need your hit points.
What you don't need is a well functioning body currently.
Yeah. pulls up the cane to his face. You don't you say what he says in his own voice. But I need, and he says in a different voice, your kneecaps. I love this
Kenku's is now
character already.
reminding me
I
of like
love
the
Kenkus.
character
Kenkus are
from
fucking fun.
Payday.
Yeah, I was
It's just
actually
reminding
thinking if
It's
I
just
had,
reminding me of Psychopath from Payday.
Yeah.
Just with the videotape.
Yep.
I
That's
genuinely
basically
thought I have
Kenkus.
to read out the whole menu to him for him to be able to tell me then what he wants. I was genuinely being prepared to do that.
Just go through like literally go through word by word of everything on the menu.
Yeah.
Just staring expectantly, being like, say one.
Shall we do the continue of the arrival at the Ark?
Yeah,
Or
sure. Perfectly fine.
Alright.
Yeah, you would see the arc kind of through the display as you're kind of googling through everything. It basically force cuts to it. I can refer you to a picture. Yeah, I'm just gonna write it on there. The arc. Find it in the pics for NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long, wide ship. It seems thin from a distance, but as you get closer and closer and closer to it, right, it basically becomes like a city wide, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's large. It also basically hovers in orbit around the kind of planet that you've been on.
Now I'm gonna throw you in the corner and ask you, what kind of planet have I been on?
You see vast mountain ranges and kind of a metropole of kind of green plated with copper and iron, right?
Mm.
And apart from that, outwards, there's a ringed ocean kind of around it where you see like the kind of sanded beaches and the flatlands in between. And then you see basically the vast ocean for quite some distance. And you see the other half of the planet is a complete desolate desert. You see holes arching downwards kilometers wide and deep. You figure out you've never seen it from orbit, so you never knew about the place. You know there's things apart from the giant metropolitan city, but usually
Yeah.
everything is being shipped here. You see that it's probably the entire core of the planet is like mined out. It's only livable because the arcane technology had probably replaced it, as you see kind of the kind of glow that comes from the inside of the planet.
Mm.
Um, you would get your first insight into the IZ leaks like deeper, kind of, you know, it needs to claim planets and land by this point, right? Because else planets like yours were to die.
Yeah.
The comfortability has to come from somewhere. Um, as you get to the
Basic
arc.
alchemy rules. You can't make something out of nothing.
Well, duplication is a thing, but it's minor usually, and
That
you don't
takes still
simply
something.
duplicate a planet. That doesn't work.
Also, that still takes something, and that would be magic.
Yes,
The alchemy principle is that you can't make something
something out
out of
of
literally
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's always conversion, and everything
correct.
that goes from nothing to something is either in the Isaac League absolutely fucking impossible, right? Or the other way around, like divine higher bullshit, like heresy to technology,
Yeah.
right? To research. So yeah, when somebody says I made infinite energy, they get either silenced, killed, or they figure out that they didn't.
Or analyzed.
Yeah, right? Yeah, but you make your way to the arc. You see the kind of transit ship swoop in between. You see glow everywhere and bridges as the ship slowly starts to navigate through it. You still travel at almost the same pace as the ship slows down by approximately like a fourth of its speed. Kind of feel it, but it
Mm,
doesn't seem too rampant. Um, it's kind of swooshes past as you can flick through the cameras again. You see almost like a carrier ship, right? A leading ship, because the transit arc is pretty large for a ship,
right.
right? You see basically follows and kind of seems to lead it a little bit throughout the kind of bridges. It takes a short while, but you would feel the ship going drastically slower and changing angle as you feel the gravity kind of pulling you to the left completely. Your kind of pill opens up.
Hmm.
In the meanwhile, while the kind of slide out comes out, you see a bunch of people also, coming out of their basically human drawers. Um, you see that the interior design didn't change, but there's still a walkable floor. Basically, the entire ship works in both the downward, face down, and sidewards configuration internally to walk on flat surfaces. Basically, you walk on the drawers now.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. As you see the hallways, the square hallways that lead through everywhere, the walls and the floor has been the same thing, and the stores had been covered up,
All right. Fair
kind
enough.
of. So yeah, pretty intricate
Well,
design.
looks like it.
What do you do?
Well, looking at the guide that I had and the map, I would orientate myself and make myself haste towards the accommodations.
Okay, you get out of the arc, and you see a vast hangar. It's like a football field, like wide and large. You
Mm,
see your transit ship and the other two transit ships that arrived before. The one that drove off in the first hour, the one that Hester was on, and the third one now in order to the sides.
yeah.
Yeah. You see, as everybody, including the crew of the ship, gets off, you see the floor of the hangar to the sides of the ship, as you see kind of like orange lines, and you've been led away from the ship to the edge of the hangar, as it kind of opens up to the floor, and the ships slowly move downwards.
Okay. That I think I will have to excuse myself because I think I will literally fall asleep on the desk.
Yeah, I hear you're tired. That's
Yeah.
fine. We will do your introduction. We'll finish up next time. Yeah.
Sure.
Um, I don't mind during the week and doing something like that
Sounds good.
if you have some
Because
time.
I'm completely off of my concentration
Yeah,
at
it's
this
fine.
point. So
You're like, yeah, I know. You need your brain for this.
yeah, I was like, literally, you were describing it, and while you're describing, I would literally just almost fell asleep, and I'm like, nope, that's it, I'm
Yeah,
out.
it's fine. Get yourself some rest, man.
All right,
Have a
but
good one.
very nice introduction. Thanks.
I love that you like it.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Fucking loved it. Even with the fucking paper loss.
Let's say I have it planned.
Uh-huh. Alright, see ya.
Yeah, the paper was planned.
Have a good one.
Basically.
There we go. One less. Okay, that finished up.
For people.
Yeah, I just waited for somebody to make an actual like Z-League character. I prepared it ages ago. I prepared it like when I made the campaign.
Wow.
Yeah. The only requirement for it, you have to be traversed with the group within the story. So it has to be a dead character. Basically, somebody making a new character.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, I gotta do that. I'm just gonna be sitting there being like, "Yep, expecting too much from me."
That's fine. I don't know if Nico is still going to play. He's playing Fallout now. Give me a second. Nico. Boop. Let's give him some few seconds, else I'm gonna do Shiv on Sunday. Hey Shiv, you here?
Mm.
Shavir.
Is Shiv just a dead corpse?
Shavir.
Oh,
Nope.
oh,
No.
oh.
Ooh.
Oh,
You here? I just hear static.
just muteness from me.
Hello, I mean,
Oh yeah. If Nico's not coming up, I'm gonna do you on Sunday probably because I'm more mentally accessible.
yeah, completely fine.
Okay. Then it's gonna be you and the Shadowfell group and Royal if she's here. On that note, I hope everybody who's been listening in had some fun in the Azit League stuff. Control C, Control V a planet. Yeah, basically, right?
Yes.
Yes, one does not simply copy paste a planet. Click, click. God on a computer.
Yes. Now the plan is my NFT.
It's like me. It's like me on Tabletop Simulator, right? I copy a token and then there's two of the player characters and then they look at each other and then God removes one. It literally gets smitten out of existence. Just like, oh fuck.
Then which one is technically the real one? It could be that we've been playing the devils this whole time.
Yeah, I had a very fun one in one shot, right? My cleric basically rolled a crit on perception and then a crit on religion, right? And first of all he got this insight on what he wanted to figure out, right? And then he basically got like a flash visioned memory where he was basically seeing the gods play dice and play with like metallic figures on a table, basically explaining us at the table because we had a physical table, right? It was pretty
It's
cool.
just one of the guys just like just
Yeah,
roll dice
basically,
and just say
that's
Yahtzee.
when the cleric changed his faith piece, like part of his personality from he has a very chaotic trait. He changed it to like fate is already written. I'm only like gonna act it out, right? As he's seen that.
Mhm.
It was just absolutely awesome. Absolute nice character development right there. I loved it. Even for a one shot, you know. It's
It's
boring
just
when it's always the same.
yes.
Hmm.
It's great. It's great. So the just your normal weapon, someone absolutely destroyed one of your allies with a rubber chicken.
Okay, on that note, I'm gonna end off the stream here. I hope everybody who's been watching had some fun, and I'm gonna stream tomorrow as well for the Shadow Hell shenanigans, and Shahu and Hayel and Diaz, and some Shiv and Nico in the Elven Kingdom still.
Oh god, I need to mentally prepare for that one.
Yeah.
This is Shadow Hell.
Yeah.
Yes, the Shadow Hell.
Nico's gonna show me how actual insulting is done.
Yes, sure. Yeah. You should link up with Nico for that lesson. But yes,
yeah. I just need to just go over to Nico, be like, teach me
the
tips
god
of
of
how to actually
sass.
insult. Yes, the god of sass, right?
Okay.
I mean, you have to just search up how to insult. how to
Yeah,
insult
basically.
poor dummies.
The banter between Shiv and Nico is kind of funny. I think
Yeah.
two
Have a good one.
sassy characters just